Welcome to another video from Max and my summer last summer. In this video we are still in Spain, but we moved from Valencia to Cullera, which is where Adria and Constant are from. So we get to experience Spain in their world. We get to see where they are from, and we get to eat in the places that they love to eat. Got to also go to Vanessa's childhood summer home, so it was interesting to imagine her there as a child and see how things were when she was growing up. Thank you so much for watching these videos. As I look back and I edit them, it's crazy to think of everything that we did in a 24-hour period for each day. From the moment we got up to the moment we went to bed, we were out, we were exploring, we were eating, we were doing so many different things and experiencing so many new things together and with family, and it was just amazing to do. And I'm so grateful that I get to edit these videos together and put them out into the world so that everyone can see them and everyone can experience the joy and see the world the way that we did last summer. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, thank you. Also, due to my Taco Bell rant in my last video, I forgot to put in the tour bus pictures, so here they are. Sorry! Today we had a late start. We had plans to go to Cullera for a beach day. I got dressed in my swimsuit and a dress and packed for 2 days since we planned to sleep at Constance's home for those 2 days. Before we left, we had a bocadillo for breakfast, and then we were on our way. We hopped in the car and we drove all the way to Cullera. Cullera is south of Valencia, and it is where Constance and Adria are from. I was very excited to go to Cullera because then I could see not only where Vanessa is from, but also where Constant is from. So it was great to see both of their backgrounds and where they grew up. We went to Constance's house first to drop off her stuff, and then we headed to the beach. Vanessa, Max, and I swam while Constant went to buy an umbrella to give us shade. I took an hour nap or so, and then when I woke up, Adria was here and we all went swimming in the water. I was a little nervous to go to the beach in Spain because I heard that many women swim without tops on, but apparently that is only a thing with the older generation, so luckily, I mean, it was so weird, but it wasn't bad. So, we're at the beach right now, in Cullera, I think that's how you say it. And we're in the water. I don't know if you can see because it's too sunny. I can't see on my phone, but there's tiny little fish in the waves. When the waves go, you can see them. Well, maybe not now because Max is out in the water. But, oh yeah, right there. There's tons of tiny little fish. I think there's, I don't want to be ignorant and say they're sardines, but they take them and they grow them so they can catch them easy, but they batter them and fry them and eat them. Tons of them. It's crazy. After we swam, we went on a walk towards the coast to stop and have dinner at one of Constance's friends' restaurants. His name was Paco, and his restaurant was called Alma del Mar. There we ate lots of different types of food. That was the only photo I took, but we had sardines, shrimp, cuttlefish, and more. I have no idea what happened to my camera here, but for a hot second it's gonna be in a square. My apologies. But this is the next day, and we drove to El Castillo, which is the castle in Cullera, and we had some baked goods. We ate our breakfast up there, and we just explored the castle, which is actually a church. And here is the wonderful view you can see from the castle, and you can see the coast, you can see all the buildings, the apartments, the homes. It was really a beautiful view. On the left, you can see a field. That property was actually going to be for building more apartments, but in 2008, when the economy dropped, they couldn't afford to build it anymore. As I mentioned before, we got to go inside El Castillo. It was beautiful to see this church and how they decorated. There were paintings from different scenes in the Bible. I love the gold detailing along the trims and different furniture pieces. There were figurines of the Pope, angels, prophets, and Mary and Joseph. Although the way our church buildings are very different, it was very beautiful to go inside and see the way that they set up their churches and the way and where they worship. After visiting El Castillo, we drove to Cullera, where Vanessa's family had a summer home when she was growing up. Coming up are some pictures of her actual summer home, and in the back is a restaurant, and when they lived there it would get so loud and they would have to come out and tell them to be quiet, and oftentimes people would park in front of their house, and Max's grandpa actually peed on the cars because he was so frustrated, so that's a funny story. The neighborhood where they had their home had a community pool, and as you'll see right up these stairs was her home. After visiting Vanessa's childhood summer home, we got back in the car and drove to a restaurant where they knew the owners, and we sat and ate a lovely lunch, which included alioli, bread, tomatoes, roasted onions, eggplants, peppers, octopus, lamb, and potatoes. I cannot say that all in Spanish. After that, we headed back to Vanessa's home in Valencia, and we did eat again, but I don't have any pictures. Sorry.
We just came from Cullera to Valencia, and Max drove, and now we're in the parking garage, and we heard a noise, and we're pretty sure that Max hit the car somewhere, but Mom went to go look. Yo no sé. Did you hit?
No, almost done. I said shoulder has. It's the metal thing. Ooh. And then he told me that Max was smashed the whole front of the car.
Constant.
And that's it. We are back in Valencia. Thank you so much for watching.